Hi, I'm Jeff Wimmer from Studio Cycles and StudioCycles.com. And I want to talk to you about three really cool things related to indoor group cycles, okay? Number one, we're the only company in the world, when you buy a bike online, we take it out of the box, we tear it apart, we go through it, we do drivetrain optimizations, we find problems and issues, and we correct them. We find problems with bikes all the time. You cannot look through a cardboard box and see problems, okay? They don't put stickers on the boxes that say, hey, whoa, 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 wait a minute. Don't send this bike out. Take it out of the box and check this, that, or the other because you might find a problem. We just don't have that luxury. We do it because it's necessary, and we want to deliver a perfect, a near perfect bike to our customer, whether it's one bike into a home or 50 bikes into a club. Okay, that's cool thing number one. Cool thing number two, this power plant right here. That's badass. Well, that's not, has nothing to do with indoor cycling. Sorry. What can I say? Midlife crisis. Cool thing number three, our custom painted bikes. Here's a Star Trek spinner blade. This is Star Trek's badass top-end bike for 2013. But here's a spinner blade with a $3,000 paint job on it. That's badass. That's cool. Okay? Other cool things. Knowing as a consumer that every other website online does two things. They process your credit card, and they have a logistics company that puts a box on a truck. Wait a minute, that's not cool. That's actually not in your favor, okay? This is a faster, cheaper world we live in. And all the mass production commercial fitness equipment that's being pumped out today has the potential to arrive with issues that can develop into failure. That's why we tear bikes apart. That's why we go entirely through them. And that's why my ass is on the seat of every bike that goes through my company. Okay? I have the only two indoor cycling specific brick and mortar stores in the world. One's in Laguna Niguel, one's in Venice, California. I keep 35 to 50 bikes in each store. They're all built and tuned to as close to absolute perfection as humanly possible. And if you are a commercial customer and you want to buy a bike for your bikes for your club, you can schedule an appointment with me, fly to Los Angeles, and I have a product testing area in my warehouse where we have Schwinn, Star Trek, Kaiser, Le Mans, and even Free Motion, even though we dumped them after 3 months, all in one area for you to test and compare side by side by side by side. We're also the only company in the world that when we do refurbishing, most of our bikes are refurbished bikes for consumers we do lifetime warranties on. And if you're a club and you buy refurbished bikes, we do brand new bike warranties on our refurbished bikes for clubs. That's 2 years parts, 5 years frame. And we put pedals on our refurbished bikes, good pedals, $100 pedals. You know, if you don't get pedals on your bikes, that's an extra 50 to $100 a pop. It all adds up, ladies and gentlemen. What qualifies me to say I'm the best? Because when Johnny G was creating spinning in his garage 20 years ago, I was managing Beverly Hills Bike Shop. I was racing bicycles professionally, and I was selling Johnny parts, and he was building the original Schwinn Johnny G spinners in his garage. I've been involved ever since. My hands have been on an estimated over 100,000 of these indoor group cycles. And before that, before Johnny came along, as a young teenager, I grew up in the bicycle industry building Airdynes, XR7s, XR8s, DX900s, which were the very Schwinn exercisers that Johnny had in his garage that he was trying to convert to make feel like his road bike as he was training for the race across America. What else qualifies me to say I'm the best? Well, I've been at this nonstop for almost 20 years, but I've also written the only tech manual library in the world. These are the Bibles in the industry. These are $50. I've got 6 different volumes. That's my mug. That's my mug. My mug's not there, lucky for some of you. It's my mug there. And here's the first volume, Homespun. That's my mug there. If you call the manufacturers with the bike issue, they probably have my books next to their phones. Let me just make one thing perfectly clear, okay? I am the best at what I do in this industry, and I'm too old to be a big deal. I don't say that for any other reason that it's a fact, okay? The top engineers, the owners of the biggest companies in the fitness industry, they call me. And guess what? It's an absolute privilege to be able to work with these folks. It's an honor. It's a privilege. I'm not an MIT guy. I'm not an engineer. I just understand what I call the mechanical psychology of these bikes. And that allows me to understand what it takes to make these bikes as close to perfect as humanly possible. And I love my job, okay? This is our warehouse in Hawthorne. This is 15,000 square feet of indoor cycles. And guess what? There's a huge, almost immeasurable difference between being an indoor cycling company and being a general fitness equipment company, okay? You could train monkeys to bolt bikes together like furniture from IKEA, because when you go to a sporting goods store and you buy a brand new indoor group cycle, that's what they do. They take the bike out of the box and they bolt it together like a piece of furniture from IKEA. You have to put your ass on the seat, engage the drivetrain, test the resistance, test all the incidental mechanisms to make sure that bike works the way it's supposed to work. A bolted together brand new bike and a bike that's been torn down, opened up, optimized, scrutinized, issue corrected, side by side they look the same. It looks like an apple sitting next to an apple. But that's why we're able to do lifetime warranties on our bikes. And there's even there's a website that just popped up. I won't say him by name, but I will give you a hint. They have a little bullshit timer on their website that says, hurry and buy this before it's too late, and the timer counts down. When the timer gets to 0, it resets to 24 hours, and that game starts all over again. I mean, come on, really? Folks are savvy. I would be embarrassed to put something like that on my website. But here's some phone numbers for you. I am the owner of the company, and I am available 7 days a week. You can call me 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Home office, 888-909-BIKE. Cell phone, 818-470-2204. My office here in Hawthorne, 310-973-BIKE. And guess what? I know what the perfect bike is for a petite female. I know what the perfect bike is for a guy who's 6'4". I know what the perfect bike is for an aging runner who's coming to a crossroads and they want to avoid invasive surgery. I know. And I also know which bikes wouldn't work for those exact same situations. Okay? Bikes, let me give you a hint. Bikes with flat, skinny flywheels, stay far, far away from them. You want a bike that's got perimeter weighting in the flywheel that produces aggressive inertia. So if you have a lousy pedal stroke or no pedal stroke, you immediately start to develop a pedal stroke the second you engage that drivetrain. Okay? That's it, folks. That's all I got for this video. And guess what? I'm not a video producer, so send the hate mail about Dramamine and set the camera down. I'm just the bike expert, okay? So, I love what I do, and I want to sell you your next bike for your home or for your club. I'm Jeff Wimmer from Studio Cycles and StudioCycles.com, and I want to sell you your next bike.